Hey everyone, it's Sean, the What's Up Dude. We're here in Central City, Kentucky, and we're gonna see the Music Museum and Central City, Kentucky, and we'll have some fun along the way. This is Sean, the What's Up Dude. We are in the center of Central City. Here we do have a guitar in honor of festival founders. We're gonna walk up here and see a couple other guitars and a memorial. Sponsored by Tom and Skip Shaver. And right here we do have in memory of Waylon Ritchie and Phyllis Davis. And we have a guitar right there, the Mercer family, Mike and Gloria. We'll show you the front of that in a moment. And this is the Everly Brothers Homecoming Central City Music Festival. And the Everly Brothers Central City, Kentucky Homecoming Music Festival. That's just a view of what that was. And this is the support from the patrons that allowed this monument. This is another plaque. We'll see the front of it. And we do have the words to Paradise. And a Rolling Stone magazine. And we have the artist here. We have their statues. And we have some words from different musicians. And here's a few hits from the Everly Brothers. And here's another guitar. This is the Mercer family. And they do have events in Central City. And the vision for Festival Square originated with Joe Ben Tucker, 1940 to 2021. One of the Central City's most respected citizens who was instrumental in the establishment of both the Central City Music Festival and the Everly Brothers Foundation. In 2019, nearly 30 years after the foundation was created, Joe Ben proposed that the remaining funds of the organization be used to commission the statues of the Everly Brothers and John Prine that you see before you, with the help of fellow foundation board members Mike Mercer, Dr. Freddie Mays, David Ritchie, and Dean Rowe. The vision has been realized with this beautiful public gathering space. Festival Square honors these world-renowned artists whose roots run so deeply here and pays the tribute to the generous spirit of the people of Muhlenberg County, whose commitment to community endures and inspires us all. This guitar right here is for the Clarence Brewer family.
Wake up, little Susie, wake up. Wake up, little Susie, wake up.
When I was a child, my family would travel down to western Kentucky, where my parents were born. And there's a backwards old town that's often remembered so many times that my memories are worn. And Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River where paradise lay.
This is the Everly Brothers Museum, the music museum in Central City. And you can see here, we do have the Walk of Fame 2001 and pictures of the Everly Brothers and a NASCAR car on the top. Alright, and we are about to head into the museum area. And we are in the museum. And we've got Everly Brothers memorabilia, hats and records. And we do have pictures of all of the Everly Brothers. And this is a Central City section, just showing the memories that they had here. And then we have 1988 to 2002. And this is one of the music festivals that they had. And we have Muhlenberg County and the Grand Ole Opry. Some of the items up here. And one of the guitars of Bill Harlan. Some hats here. And their music has played in these well-known movies. One including Forrest Gump. Hooray for Hollywood. Got some pictures of well-known TV shows, including Dukes of Hazzards, that they played a part of. This is one of the first guitars of Tommy Flint. Legends of Thumb Picking. And right here is an old-fashioned jukebox that still works. And we're going to play the Everly Brothers. This is how they used to work. They would go over and it would play the record. And this song is called The Bird Dog. Up here we do have different countries that they've been to in Muhlenberg County Music Museum. Muhlenberg Gold. And here is the 1977 MG convertible gifted by Don Everly on January 2006. Another display with some of their history. And we got some gold records right there. And John Prine's first guitar up there. Microphones for the Stars by Jason Metaldozer. Got that right here.
The unique sound of the Everly Brothers was not just in their ability to harmonize, but in their shared biology and history. As Phil Everly described it in an interview, "We'd grown up together, so we'd pronounce the words the same, with the same accent. All of that comes into play when you're singing in harmony. The fact that they started as young boys increased their shared identity, but it also increased the rivalry. By the early 70s, the image of close brothers had begun to show some stress. The difficulties of being in the spotlight took a toll on their health and their personal lives, as well as on their relationship. As Don Everly himself described it, there's a point where you just get tired of each other." The brothers split publicly in 1973 during a performance at Knott's Berry Farm, and reportedly didn't speak again for 10 years, with the exception of their father's funeral in 1975. Don and Phil launched solo careers after the split. They appeared with other musicians from time to time and continued to write and perform separately. On September 23, 1983, at the Royal Albert Hall in London, Phil and Don reunited to play as the Everly Brothers again. They had not lost a beat. Phil Everly described the moment of their rehearsal when they sang together again after such a long break, that he knew from the first two notes they were back on track, adding, "You don't really forget a thing that's such a large part of your life."
Most people, when they think of Central City, they always remember Walter Krager and his wagon in front of First National Bank and the pencils in the wagon. He came into town every day from Cleveland, and everyone in town loved Walter. And then we're going into the Kentucky Motorsport Hall of Fame and Museum. Here we have a lot of different old-fashioned things, including an old popcorn cart. And there's a lot of old NASCAR things in here. Hello everyone, this is Mike V. Moore, race car. He grew up in Powderly, Kentucky. At a young age, he helped his father run Moore Junkyard, providing car parts and wrecker service for Central Park Raceway. That's one of his cars here. And this is a tribute to Bill Stebbings, the last front motor car built by Stebbings, built in 1970 to 1971 and restored by Bill in 2011. We do have an old motorbike, a couple of them right here. And this is Ronnie and Christina Jones, 55 Chevrolet, engineered and designed by Ronnie. Using all the tricks from the 50s and the 60s, it had a customized interior and an amazing paint job. Orange shag carpet, a Don Garlitz tachometer, and the trunk of the car has been upholstered and customized. Car is equipped with a straight axle front end disc brake, a small block Chevrolet engine with 2 4s, 4-speed transmission, narrowed rear end with Krager wheels. This is definitely a photo stop opportunity with this car. This is Chuck Winder's racing career at a glance. A couple of his races on this sign right here. And this is one of Chuck Winder's race cars. Right there. Get a better look at the rest of this car. And we'll look at the rear end. And this is Hunter Bay's Rookie of the Year. He won a lot of awards. Here's some of his trophies. And we have an old bunny bread sign right here. Motorcycle in the corner. And over here we do have an older car. This is the 1937 Ford Coupe, Norville Zachary. This vintage coupe raced in the mid-70s at the Clarence Brewer-owned Central Park Raceway in Central City, piloted by Norville Zachary. A couple of different trophies in the back here. And there is a rack for one of the race cars. And we'll continue our tour over here. We have a couple outfits from Shannon Ellison and Lynn Ellison. This right here, this is Joan Race Team Lee and Kyle Jones. This was raced from 1993 to 1997. And this car is Bobby Davis 37 Chevy Coupe. Bobby is a member of the Kentucky Motorsports Hall of Fame. This is Kim Bards, is a native Floridian. She had piloted impressive runs in both the NASCAR Busch Series and Craftsman Truck Series. This is the 1966 Chevy Dallas and Clay Jones Brock Porter. This fast-looking Chevy played havoc at the mag drag strips in the area around the country. We do have a nice hot rod right here. This is the Big Red Galaxy 500. Owner was Terry McConnell, and it has an R code 427, 425 horsepower engine. Do have a couple of a small race car and the big one. This is the 1999 Renard IndyCar Kart Champ. Couple of old cars here. We also have an old Coca-Cola machine. And look who we see in the corner. Only you can prevent forest fires. And this is Casey Atwood's Bruco Motorsports. Young Casey Atwood was discovered by Bruco Motorsports owner Clarence Brewer Jr. at the Fairgrounds Speedway in Nashville. Brewer signed this young superstar, and this car, piloted by Casey, was going to the front of Daytona during NASCAR Busch Series. Thousands at the track and millions of TV viewers witnessed this scary crash that Casey survived. The video of this crash was used by TV networks for months to come. This is the remains of the actual car. And this is the Bruco Marketing Group NASCAR Busch Series car. And this is the Ben Rhodes from Louisville, Kentucky. This is his car. This beast right here is it's Harry Pedley's Pedley Racing Team. Couple more trophies and artifacts back here. And here's a clip of one of the races. This is the 1958 Speedway fourth midget, made in Hollywood, California. And this right here is the Shade Tree Shaker mini rod pulling tractor. Then you have Casey Kane Bruco Marketing Group. They made this car. This is a little clip of the accident from the car we showed. And we are in the second room of the museum. We do have some trophies and some helmets back here, with an old Sinclair gasoline pump, some of the uniforms, more trophies here with some of the model cars. Get a view of some of these here. And right here is a sign for Better Days Cherry Coke Diner. And we'll take a look at some of these cars. This is the Dwayne Raider 1932 Plymouth Coupe. Dad bought the Rebel in 1959 as he was returning from the service. It began life powered by a 410 Nell engine evolving to 427 FE engine. He raced it from 50 to 67 at Mount Parkway Bluegrass, Thornhill, Manchester, and Somerset drag strips. This is the Chad Freeman car, Gambler Sprint car, built in 1985, 377 Chevy small block engine, alcohol injected 550 horsepower power plant built by Jeff Green, and raced 5 seasons without one failure ever. Another sweet looking ride right here. This is that Plymouth model. And this right here, this is Donald Hendricks 1956 T-Bird. Give you a look at the engine right there. And another Dynaco gas pump. And this is the Kentucky Motorsport Hall of Fame. And this is the 1958 Speedway midget car. And another few of these are just small cars. Right here we do have the 1954 Curtis Craft 500 series. This car is one of 18 built in 1954. And for your kids that are watching, if you love Nesquik, here you go. Jeff Green won 2000 Busch Series championship by 600 points while driving for PPC Racing Team. And we have a Phillips 66 gas tank and a bunch of motorcycles that won some championships. And this is the Connie Stores and Dale Lafleur B-Gas Dragster 1959 Classic Research Chassis, 1956 Old 326 CU, and Algon Injection LaSalle Transmission. Last raced in 1965. And this is a 1955 Baby Bird. Owner is Pam Hendricks, Central City, Kentucky, and it was donated to the museum. And if you're wondering why there is a hamburger on the side, this is how they used to do roadside service at restaurants just like this. A little diner, and they would bellhop straight to your car with a little jukebox on the side. And whoa, can you imagine those prices? I wish they were the same. We would be able to eat whatever we want at those prices. A couple toys. And over here we have a cool looking car. Let's see what this one is. I'll show the engine. This is Freddie Byers' 1969 Chevy Camaro. And this is Randy Wall's car. Best performance was 225 miles per hour. Both cars will run much faster, but they return to the run at the speed, always Chevy powered. 1966, one of the first funny cars in the world. You with the engine right there. thank you for watching the tour of this great museum. I have traveled to Central City and seen this museum several times, but this is the first time that I've actually been filming it. And so this is a place that is in our hearts because we have family in Central City and we come here often. So again, thank you for watching and hope to see you in the next video. Please like, share, and subscribe so that I can explore new areas and go to more places in the future.